Welcome to the Twin Flame Abundance Live of today, Saturday, August 24. What is summer? Isn't it? For me, it is. I hope for you as well. Let me know. Write me about your summer. Oh my gosh, this is the summer in which everything comes together for me. Like all these puzzle pieces that were scattered all over the place, and of my early years, my grown up years, the last couple of years in harmonious twin flame union, the state of consciousness, and all these pieces about my health and my thinking and my twin flame and my mission and my money and my projects and my books and my past life and my wisdom and my knowledge and my books and my did I say my books twice? Yeah, so I'm writing a new book as well. So anyway, all these puzzle pieces, all my feelings of my heart and where they fit with each other, forming this one big light, that is all falling into place for me, and it's beautiful beyond belief. So yeah, I want that for you too. I hope that something beautiful for you is happening this summer as well. This was also the topic of this year's summer ritual of the 8-8 date that is full of abundance, because all these eights stand for abundance too. And we're for a reason also now in the Twin Flame Abundance Live. So that's a beautiful coincidence as well. That's why I talk about it, I think. So that was the theme for the 8-8 ritual, that everything would fall into place. So there we go. Yeah, that is truly happening. So, but let's start this live. We have 5 chapters, and first, we're going to go through the intro exercises, a couple of them. And then I will talk about this week's topic, and that will be the abundance of twin flames. So I guess I already started to talk about that. Then we'll have the announcement, because there's always something going on behind the scenes that I want to share, or something that you could opt in for that will be helpful for you to know and whatnot. So I will be announcing that to you. Then we'll go to issues to heal. In that chapter, I'm curious what you have as a question, as an issue, a problem, what kind of situation do you have with your twin flame, and maybe I can formulate a beginning of an answer for you for how to resolve that into much more peace and love and union. Yes. Afterwards, we go to the group energy healing, and that will be the end of today's live. So yeah, this is completely meant to be interactive. So if you have anything to say or to ask or to address, or I don't know, talk about your summer or your current twin flame question, state, issue, problem, please put it in the chat. Yeah, because then I know you're here and I can, give you something for what you are saying. So let's start. First chapter, intro exercises. Now we start with the reset, recalibrate meditation audio. So here it comes. And it's with gestures and words to activate the abundance flow in ourselves.
I bow for the primordial truth.
I bow for the primordial truth.
I bow for the value of creation.
I bow for the value of creation.
I bow for the truth of beauty.
I bow for the truth of beauty.
I bow for everything true and of purity.
I bow for everything true and of purity.
I bow for the primordial truth.
I bow for the primordial truth.
I bow for the value of creation.
I bow for the value of creation.
I bow for the truth of beauty.
I bow for the truth of beauty.
I bow for everything true and of purity.
I bow for everything true and of purity.
I bow for the primordial truth.
I bow for the primordial truth.
I bow for the value of creation.
I bow for the value of creation.
I bow for the truth of beauty.
I bow for the truth of beauty.
I bow for everything true and of purity.
I bow for everything true and of purity. Always beautiful to bow for the deeper value of reality. That's exactly what twin flames are. That's exactly what they bring forward to share as well, to extend to other people. That is the incarnation of the deeper love. That is real. That is real. It's not a dream. It's not a illusion. It's not a mirage. Yeah. And now we're going to get a card from Divine Mother from the Manifest and Heal card deck that I designed myself. And I will read from the booklet of that. That is on my screen to learn more about what Divine Mother, the source of all this twin flame abundance, wants us to know. Something to chew on, something to feel out. Creating new results out of success experiences. Creating new results out of success experiences. Artist, the wise one, talking about what? A 2.2. This eye sees the entirety of the egg of the new energy of abundance that wants to come into your life to enrich you right now. So let's see what the booklet says. The overview of arrival. It is useful to travel to your states of being and take that seriously. Golden flow in your energy, which corresponds with your abundance and money, and harmonious union in your source relationship that corresponds with your twin flame union come true in the flesh as a relationship, together existing as union in flow. Really exists. And every new step on the way towards it is a valuable one. After any step or after arrival on the grandest scale, you are being invited to become full of what this step brought you in the freedom and inner space. This way, you will, after a certain period, start to flow over the rim of your bucket and you will be able to share from it. This moment is a point at which you also have an overview of the landscape in which you stand right now. You oversee where you came from and are moving towards. It is a viewpoint as if from an old wise bird flying high in the sky. This overview gives you the needed information when you let the structures sink into you. Now you see what can be combined for a satisfying result. And in assembling this new image, you have no judgment about the different parts of it. You only see the wholeness of the result. This is a strong vision of the world that the world needs right now, anchored in the leadership of those that walked the path. You may feel alone though. You will learn to trust your wisdom when you nevertheless keep on following what the image tells. You will feel less alone when you start to flow over and through that attract people to you that desire to receive from you. Yes, this is a business in me economy and it is the abundance of twin flames. That is the topic of today. You have completed an important step and are able to overview a large area. The entirety of the idea that feeds you and your students has taken shape. Start now with taking in your role and position and shake off guilt and shame about it. Shake off projections of others as well. Beautiful. Yeah, I guess that speaks pretty much for itself, especially also after what I started to say in the beginning. This is a summer in which things fall in place, especially when you followed what we've done in the events this summer. Yeah, beautiful. Creating new results out of success experiences. Wow. And then we have something new. And that is something new. A new element of today's live, and that is still within the chapter of the intro exercises, but it is going to be the giveaway. Okay, I do have a giveaway, but this time, as opposed to a whole bunch of earlier episodes that you always can find and they're still valid, you can still watch them, they're still healing, they're still inspirational for you. You go to my channel page, to the tab at the top, and go to live, not videos, not shorts, but live. And there you see all the lives in a row. It's like one big course we actually did this whole summer. So yeah, I greatly advise you to go back and watch them all. It will be slightly different than what I did as a giveaway before. This time, we will be having 2 steps for you to start off in the right kind of working with your heart, working with your feelings, working with emotions, all 3 together as one. And how it is fit for you to do that in the spiritual work for twin flames, leading to union in flow. And it is quite contradictory because you need those hearts sensations, you need those feelings, you need those emotions. We're not going to push them aside or repress them. You need them 100%. Keep them, take notice, and start working with them. Put them in the processing in the right kind of way for twin flames. And that processing then will make it so for you that you find the actual place inside of you where there is contradictorily actually no feeling and emotion anymore, but you're standing sobered up on the ground of truth. And that's where your twin flame is as well. That's just naturally how that is. That's how reality is constructed. Yeah. But we can't go stand there by doing as if our feelings don't exist and repress them. That doesn't work. So I know there are people around here that say, oh no, just don't feel your feelings. Do as if you don't have them because that's a good idea and whatnot. And then you will stand on that spiritually wise place, but that's not true. You're not standing there in that spiritual wise place because you have repressed or pushed aside your feelings. You can never stand on that true inner place where you're sobered up on the truth of being, where your twin flame indeed is with you as well, if you have not taken into account your actual feelings. You can never stand there. It's a fantasy. It's a construct. It's I can't find a word. It's like made out of plastic. It's not the organic one that you need. You need to not repress or push aside your feelings. Work with your feelings in the right kind of way. So that through that process, you get to stand actually on that wise place where you're one with your twin flame, standing on truth, not bothered by emotions or feelings. That's how it's done. And that's a real thing, a real process. And you have to capture those feelings first. Don't do as if you don't have them. So I have 2 steps for you that will make you go in that direction. The first step is an entire 13-step course that will give you a hint of what it means to work with your feelings and emotions, what that is. Just follow it all the way through and you'll really get a deepening in what that even means. Should you not know, or you want a refresher, or you want to feel that through in a structured way, good idea. And then step 2 is that you actually, additionally to that, sort of refine that, or the end of it, where it's going, by doing the actual true twin flame kind of thing with your feelings and emotions. And that will always contain the turning around of them. You will turn your emotions around into inner feelings that are going to be heart qualities or creative soul qualities. And you're also going to turn around what you think is the world and them and the twin flame doing things to you, and realize that you have done them to yourself somehow in some sort of way, and heal what the pain is there and feel whole from that, so that you have another answer to come forward to them and the world and the other people and the twin flame. Completely other answer, and the world will also be different because the world always consists of your perception. So that is step 2. That is the actual twin flame work that you need to get acquainted with. After you have, in step 1, got some sense of what it even means to deal with your feelings. Right. So these are 2 steps. And today, for this giveaway of these 2 steps, I will explain everything to you and simply give it to you. And you don't need to do anything. The only thing that you need to do is look when you watch the recording in the description box below, in the pinned comment as well. And right now I will put it in the chat. Oh, that doesn't work. It's too long for the chat. That sucks. It's too long for the chat. We'll do it in 2 steps. So, step 1 in the chat, I will just give it to you. Here's step 1. And here's step 2. It's a link, 2 links. There you go. Just give it to you so that you know how to start. So today you don't need to answer any star or whatever. Just I give it to you. Step 1 and step 2 both consist of a link, and you do what it says inside the link. One is a complete course of 13 steps, and the second is an introduction to the actual twin flame inner work tool called Key. If you want to have more of step 2, you come to our Facebook community. I mean, you don't need to. You can also do other things, do one-on-one work with me or whatnot. But in the Facebook group, and I will put the link now in the chat, there's a lot of self-study material, more than I give to you in step 2, if you want to learn more. So that is going to be your follow-up step, let's say step 3, right? So that is my giveaway for today. I thought that would be a good plan. Just, go back to the basics. You need to work with your feelings. How does that work? What are feelings? And what do we do with them for twin flame work? Yeah, there you go. So that makes us go to a new chapter. And that is going to be my talk about the abundance of twin flames. So I think we already touched a little bit on what this is, the abundance of twin flames. Twin flames come from a consciousness that is the abundance of the universe. It's the abundance of reality. It's the giving hand of Divine Mother herself. Divine Father as well, if you want to. The divine twin flame couple from the source of all. I love talking about Divine Mother because my healing system, the creative identity method, is attuned to, let's say, her side of things, which does not make it for women. It just is an indication of what kind of magic, what kind of healing I stand for, I provide, are in all the exercises that I give away, that you find when you come work deeper with me behind the scenes, that you will find when you start to work individually with me, when you start to work long term, deeper with me. That kind of work is like under her direction. And that means a specific kind of twin flame work. Yes, twin flame work that works. And a specific kind is maybe best said as energy work or magic work. That's why I like saying Divine Mother as the source of all. And because she was the source of it. Twin flames are directly related to her. Twin flames are under her cloak, safely, like she almost like broods you out until her abundance, her overflowing divine love, her nurturing, her nourishment fills you up in your twin flame union so much that you, at a certain point after a while, also can step forward outside of her cloak a little bit and share from it to other people as well. But there can be a long time under her cloak, and that is beautiful, and that is sacred to do that, to allow that. So that is a little bit about the method that she uses. While already the gift of divine love is free and is already given, there is a method to start to soak into this reality in your union space under her cloak. Because even though it is the truth and it is already true for you, you can count on that because you're a human being. That does not mean that you are already filled up in all your veins and limbs and senses with that nourishing nectar of Divine Mother. It's the truth. She's already giving. She has already given you your union that is already ingrained in the architecture of life itself. But are you already fully living there with your consciousness? Have you already fully surrendered into that? Have you already given your different parts of yourself into her hands, into her arms, into this hug, into this embrace of the Divine Mother, so that it can be transformed, so that you can become part of her, part of the nourishing that breathes life into your union, so that you can be it and live it and enjoy it in the pleasurable experience on the earth, as heaven on earth. Probably not yet, right? So come to her is her invitation. Come closer to her. It's okay and safe to be touched by her. It is your heart's desire to reside under her protective cloak. It is divinely meant to be sort of brewed out. Is that the right word in English? I hope so. By that cloak, by the heat of the cloak and the nourishment it provides to you. So that this egg that is your union acknowledges itself into being. It's your spiritual egg of your sacred marriage, inside of which the two people come that live their daily life and relate to each other more and more and have fun with that and feel that is loving. So that cocoon that is going to be fed, and at a certain point it does reveal, as if it's an egg that breaks open, the truth of you, who you are when you're nourished in the energy of union, who they are, which one it is, for real, for true. Can't make it undone anymore. How full of love they are to exchange with you. Although love doesn't come from them, you can exchange lovingly in a lovingly and loving daily interaction and communication, that's certainly what is going to happen there. So, the abundance of twin flames is a given. But do you feel it? Is it come true for you? Is it something that you breathe and feel and digest every day and speak every moment? Or do you feel separate from that? Well, and then people are say to me, but I'm separated from my twin flame. Yeah, indeed, because you have separated yourself from your divine mother that is standing there with her arms wide open to embrace you and take you in all these very many ways that exactly are what you need right now. And you can come to her and you can stay there and you can keep coming in connection. But you somewhere said no. And that's that separation. Separated from yourself, separated from your divine mother. And then also seeing that reflected in the separation from your twin flame. As that is law. That's just merely mirroring what was already going on inside of you. But luckily, we can repair that. And there's no judgment about that. There is no loss. It's not a sin. You can just acknowledge it and come back. And of course, you could choose to stay there this time. Make it sustainable. Commit, whatever it takes. Give more of yourself. Spend more time, more money. Give it more effort, more energy. Start sharing. Open your heart. Be together. Celebrate the being together in more moments until it is every moment. And there can be a gradual increase of that. That's understandable. But your eventual feeling and goal of union is that it's every moment of every day, 24/7, 365 days a year. And that's where you feel abundant. You live abundant. You live in the divine love that is only abundance, no matter what the situation on the outside seems to be. Because don't you know these experiences or have seen them in someone else in which it is like, oh, it is just as if I don't have so much as other people. It just looks as though my life is in shambles. It it's just as if I can't do anything right anymore. Do you see that the last months were just all sort of shitty? Actually, the last 2 decades were. I feel terrorized by so many things, so many demons. Oh my God. And then I'm saying, because Divine Mother says that, everything I say is what Divine Mother says, that nevertheless, while these things happen in your life, seem to happen on the outside, you have everything on the inside. You're completely nourished and fed if you would only let it in. Divine Mother is giving all the time. She's standing here with open arms. So maybe you're not letting it in yet. You can acknowledge that and start to open to receive from the right place. But there's something deeper. You have that situation, you have that so-called quote unquote misfortune, because that is right now the best place for you to become aware of the abundance that is given, that is already given, that is already in union, that is already wanting to join with you. And when you realize that and you start to accept that in your heart, you have transcended that reality. And then it will start to change. So this is a very important part. You may want to go back and listen over and over a couple times and ask yourself what that means. Yeah. It's so important that I need to sneeze to emphasize this moment. Cheers. All right. This is a live video. We're sneezing here. And we can't edit it out. Yeah. The abundance of twin flames also has everything to do with your mission that you will find inside of your union. You know, the sacred and spiritual space that you will find acknowledged in your state of consciousness of harmonious twin flame union. And then inside of that, you will find your mission as if that's a present made out of light inside of that. And you just unpack it. You start to unpack it, lift the lid, start to unpack what is in it. Oh, there's all kinds of things here that I can use for my mission. That is, in the first place, just being together there in harmonious union with your true twin flame. And then things can start to grow there, by itself. But you can structure them too. And that can help you, support you there. And you can structure that to such a degree that you will have a mission business. And I can fully support you in that completely and utterly as well, if you want, in coaching. But for many people, it's still an idea that there is a mission. You start to have a sense of that. And it's very helpful to start to realize that. Also, earlier in the journey, when you're not fully in union yet, in harmonious union yet, maybe you haven't even met your twin flame yet, or what have you, in your individual situation, working with mission is a pillar of twin flame work that will speed up your journey to your harmonious union. That is not widely known. So it's a beautiful secret of twin flame work. Yes, of course, that has a lot to do with the idea of the abundance of twin flames. Because there is this divine abundance that we've talked about. That is, here is the embrace of life, in which your union resides and opens up and presents the two people, and they can have a relationship. And that is going to be more and more awesome. But that also translates in an energy in the world that feels good. And that also translates into money in the world, because money is energy. Did you know that? There you go. And the flow of money through your life is something that we have every day, right? It's the energy flow through your life every day. And you can focus with it. You can invest with it. That's a beautiful way how you can steer your twin flame journey, to invest in things that make union happen. You won't regret that because it will pay itself back manifold. Even though you will eventually realize that you have a continual investment that you're doing there and it will continue to pay back. It's absolutely worth it. Nobody has come here that has not invested in themselves monetarily, economically, with money. When you start to feel the mission in your harmonious union and you start to act on it, you can, of course, also start a flow in which you give from your heart and people flow money back to you as a thank you note, right? That is logic. That is what you want. That is part of your union's inheritance that flows to you. That is part of the abundance of twin flames. That is completely what is meant to happen there. And it is one of the ways in which your investment will come back to you. And all of that is just laws of how life works, how the universe works, and how economy works, how me economy works, which is the economy of your soul, yourself, that expresses itself and attracts people that learn from that, love that, enjoy that, and they give back. The me economy of the soul, of the self. Oh, people have told me maybe it should be the we economy. But that's not necessarily true because people that say that often haven't found the self yet. And they first need to go to the me, to the self, to the soul, and to the transformation that they find there so that they can come in union and that they can really come to harmonious twin flame union, the consciousness state, and then realize that that is the place where you first need to come. And then you mature there. And yes, then there might be a sharing that comes from within automatically. And that's then a we. But people just some sort of forget that whole journey. They're like, yeah, we economy. Me and you and me and them and them and them and all these women and we're so empowered. Well, I'm happy for you that you're happy with that and that you feel empowered. Don't get me wrong. But I'm talking about something very different. So first go do that. First come there and then we'll see further. Then we'll see what comes out for you, where your union is, where you are in your consciousness when you are in that union. What will be the mission that you will find there organically, how that is going to feel in relationship to other people that you find there, and what that gives, right? And then we can have, of course, we can have we have a circle of light here, of course. Yes. But don't step over that crucial part. Well, you can do that, but then I can't help you with that. That's not what we do here. And what is meant with that is that that is not what leads to your twin flame union, right? That's not what leads to union in flow and the harmonized and balanced beingness of your energy and money and your union and relationship, and have that all from the true source with the true twin flame, not the false one, in the joy that it is all about, with the mission that is the real mission, so that you fall into place. And everything falls into place for you. Even the tiniest details of your life that you have conjured up and thought about and dreamed about all your life, all your lifetimes, and it starts to fall into place in an unexpected way that you did not organize with your ego. Because the ego can't organize your spiritual journey in that sense. You can't. You may think you're still organizing your journey, you're still organizing your healing, but that is your very block. And this may be hard to hear, but it is very healing if you can accept it in your heart. The abundance of twin flames is a given. The abundance of twin flame is the definition of what twin flames are. That's why I work with the word abundance. You're directly in the vicinity of the divine source, which is always giving and giving and giving. You remember who you are in divine light. You have this co-creational partner there in a direct experience of the divine. It's only them, it's only you. This is unique and completely and utterly fitting. There is an exchange going on between you that can only be building up this vicinity of God and the creation power of the divine. It's a very powerful experience that is abundant by nature. But of course, only when you come in harmonious union with a true twin flame, not a false one. When you commit to the spiritual work necessary and keep that going forever after. That's when it works. It's not like a whole grocery list of things. That's two, three things that I just said. And you really have to do it. You really have to be there. It's not a fantasy. It's not a metaphor. It's not an I hope one day. It's not an out of body energy experience somewhere up there. It's here and now. It can only take place here and now. And it comes from a sobered up state in which you're not drunk with emotions and feelings. Because you do your inner work. You are standing in the sort of eye of the needle. Is that a good expression? You are standing in the eye of the vortex, the eye of the swirling vortex, sort of a spiral, sort of a, how do they call that? Like this wind phenomenon? I don't know. Anyway, you get what I mean. You're standing sort of in the eye of that. So it is understandable that things feels a little bit of dizzying or slightly around you because of the process. And because you're not used to it yet. But eventually your feet should touch reality. And that should be the reality of heaven on earth. And then you can maybe still feel the swirling around you, but it doesn't matter anymore. Because it has established inside you what it really is. And then every periphery phenomenon doesn't really matter anymore. Your whole motivation of life comes from a deeper place and is truly creative. From the true source and not from the ego that wants to do law of attraction magic. It's a true law of attraction, with twin flames, with union, with doing the inner work for twin flames that you can do with the giveaway of today, two steps. So, the abundance of twin flames. There is an art of coming into the attunement of it. That is, first of all, the foundational spiritual attunement. That is the layer of you that is the deepest one. That's very foundational. It's like connected to the bigger whole. And when you have that spiritual foundation in place and you know what kind of inner work to do there to keep it intact and maintain it, that's when you will see that inside of that also things will start to work, like spirit. No, that's not what I want to say. Well, psychological changes, relational building, money building, mentality to do right kind of health things. All these things start to build under that foundational layer, the spiritual layer. That needs to be in order first. And that is also how the abundance of twin flames is distributed to your faculties of life, to your life areas, such as creativity, sexuality, relationships, leadership, business, writing your own book, being an entrepreneur, all these things that you like. If you have the bigger layer into place for yourself, then it starts to stream to all these branches of your life and starts to translate itself into what abundance is in all these topics, in your food, in your meditation, in your health. It starts to translate into, it trickles down into the energetic, physical earth experience. And that'll transform everything about you. And you can do that with your twin flame by your side. That is the love relationship that you're looking for. It does change you. It completely transforms you. And your love, your ultimate love, is by your side. That's what this is. That's what I have to offer. That's where I can take you. That's where I can bring you. And I can because I have done that. I can because I was initiated by life itself, by Divine Mother herself, to be able to pass that on. It took me many decades and all my resources, and I want for you to do that much quicker with much less resources. That's why I created all kinds of work. And what I bring to you on YouTube is just the beginning of it. The abundance of twin flames is baked into their DNA. And you are already a part of that. And that's what we can use to bring it completely into life, breathe life into it for you. And I know we can do that. I'm 200% sure of that. Just come closer into the arms of Divine Mother. It's safe. It's safe. Yeah, it really is. See you around. We have announcements. We do. So, the announcements are, Oh, the podcast is out. Yes, you can listen to 7 episodes that have been published now. Yes, a couple of them are on my YouTube channel. You may have seen them, but to really listen to all the 7 episodes that are out now and the future ones that will be published soon, you'll have to click on the actual podcast platform where they are published. And you can choose um, 3 kinds. There is Spotify, Amazon Music, or Apple Podcasts. Now, I feel always that the Spotify is really the most basic. I don't know. I think people listen to Spotify. Don't you? Maybe you don't. So here is the podcast link. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's now in your in the chat, and it will also, when you see the recording, be below in the description box at the pinned comment. So yeah, just click on the Spotify link or go to the other 2 platforms if you prefer that, Amazon Music or Apple Podcasts, and it's just free. You click, and yeah, and then you can just keeps coming, you know. So there are 7 already, and yeah, I hope that it's a lot of fun to listen to, and you get something out of it for your twin flame journey as well. So yeah, and who knows where that's going? What we get in the future? I don't know. It's just a beginning. Yeah, something else. The strategy session. You can meet me live online in a one-on-one session of 20 minutes. It'll be for free. And first thing I will do in that session is, well, introduce myself and you introduce yourself. And then I will get 3 oracle cards guided by Divine Mother for you out of my collection of oracle cards somewhere, somehow. And we're going to see what speaks out of these oracle cards for you and what that says about your future for your twin flame journey. So we just get a hint of the future for you. And then for the rest of the 20 minutes, we talk about how I can help you with that. So if you want that, then you can just make an appointment. You go to the link that is below, and also here, I will put it in the chat now. And in that link, well, you will just be asked, what is your name? What is your email address? Where do you live? That's some sort of it. And then I will get back to you with a proposal and we can meet real soon. So, strategy session. It can lead to us working together. So, that's awesome. Looking forward to work with you one-on-one. Yeah, so that's still, it's like in action until September 1st. I get these cards out for you. And I think it's awesome. And I'm very curious what will happen to you. And other announcements. We do have the giveaway. That's true. Okay, so the giveaway again is 2 steps. The first is get to know what your feelings and emotions even are. Second, get to know what the actual official twin flame tool for feelings and emotions when you're stuck on your twin flame journey really is. And I just give both of these things to you with 2 links. So this is again the link to step 1. And this is the link to step 2. All right, you'll find it below. And now we're going to go to the next chapter. And that is issues to heal. So, what is your issue? What is it that you find on the journey, that you find in your relationship with your twin flame right now? What is the point? What is the wall you're walking into? What is the situation? Can you give me a description? Right? Maybe I can give you a direction for knowing how to proceed, where to look for a solution, because there is a solution, but you've got to have the right perspective of the teacher to be able to guide you to what really works, and also not what only works a little bit and then not anymore. It's about the sustainable solution, right? And yeah, of course, one of the things always is that you do that true inner work tool for your feelings and emotions for twin flames, which is step 2 in the 2-step giveaway of today. That is the key tool. Yeah. That is actually always the solution. There are 2 versions of the key tool. You can try them both. There's also, at this point, it's a 3rd version of the key tool that you only can do with me when you're in a further developed one-on-one relationship with me. Then we can do the 3rd version of key, because since last April, I am accredited to do that one with you, for you, and it is to help you with deeper trauma. That's also like feelings and emotions, but then it is like, oh, but this is really stuck and you don't really understand it. And it's like from very deep stuff, deeply ingrained. That's trauma. It's really fossilized kind of stuck emotions, right? Fossilized in your nervous system, in your consciousness, in your brain, in your muscle tension, in your emotions, in your psychology. It's on all layers at the same time, really. And we can look into that. That's the 3rd version of key that you can only do with me in a one-on-one relationship that is further developed. All right, so yeah, if you think that's for you, nevertheless, whatever I say, like further developed or whatever, just let me know, and we'll make an estimation what is right for you at this moment to start with, and later on and whatnot. All right. So that is always very important. And that whole key exercise, 2 versions, actually 3 versions, is backed up by an energy system made, yeah, by me in co-creation with Divine Mother herself. And eventually it is Divine Mother herself, because she is an energy system connected to the source of everything and all. So it's not a weird floating around alternative thing. It is a very concrete, anchored to the source of everything phenomenon. That is very grounded in that sense. Absolutely. It's really not the idea to float away with that energy system that backs up the key exercise for twin flame inner work. It's really not the idea. It's a practice that will make you aware of that you are doing that, and most of us do. It's like we try to feel all our body and energy body, which is in the same realm, the one a little bit more subtle than the other, and often we get to learn that we don't have a relationship with certain parts of that. And that is because you're not connected there, you're not in a relationship there, you're separated there, and that's what you have to repair. That's what you have to become conscious of. And it can even be so much that you don't realize that you don't feel anything there, right? So, but still, that is like the assignment to become conscious of that nevertheless. And that's why a teacher is very important, because your blind spots are being busted by them, okay? That is the whole point of that. So, yeah, that's really the easy point of that energy field thing. Often I see people, and I also was absolutely like that. So I understand like that are like, oh, I'm so grounded, but they don't feel at all rooted, actually, because they have repressed anger and whatnot. But they feel so grounded. But that's not true when you actually feel your actual energy. It's about the actuality of it. It's about the reality of it. But everything needs to start. Everything starts with wherever you are, and everything starts with becoming aware of whatever you're feeling, and then slowly you can go deeper with it and at the true reality of how it's truly standing for you in your energetic presence, and having a connection with all these energy parts of you, which is in the energy system of Divine Mother, 9 energy points. And you can get a relationship there eventually, so that it becomes more warmed up and open and accessible. So that's the whole process of becoming aware of your energy field, becoming aware of what you're not aware of, and becoming aware of the content of what you earlier were not aware of, and open that up until you are complete in all of you, right? And it's a deep relaxation, and that it can be present in all moments of life. All moments of life, yes. And that is where we're going, and that's like another entrance to the same idea as the key tool, that you come into a deep peace inside yourself. It's more the energetic version of that, energetic background of that, etc. So that is how you heal your issues with the key tool, going through the 4 steps, 2 versions, actually 3 versions. It's very much related to answering the questions, but you do feel your energy at the same time, otherwise it is not really working correctly for you. The other one is, yes, your energy field in itself, that backs up the key exercise inner work, that you can work with in many ways as well, autonomously. Well, there you go. Issues to heal, whatever it is where you are, you can work with these things with me. And the key tool is very accessible. It's the step 2 link in the giveaway of today. You can just try it out, and that's one of the ways. So what you do is you become aware of what is actually the problem in my twin flame union progress, my union journey right now. And you need to become aware of that, okay? So because I don't feel well, where does that feel not well? What kind of energy is that? Do you have a connection with it? Because I don't like what they did. Well, what is that? Be precise, write it down. That's really where you need to start, at the reality. So a good thing also to get into all of this, to get a grip on reality, especially in your twin flame journey, is also to start a journal. How do you feel about what they do, what they say, what's happening, so that you get a flow of the story in which you live. And just be honest. It is the material that you can transform with the key work and the energy work. It's the start of a connection with yourself if you start a journal. Twin Flame Journal. Buy one this week for yourself. Treat yourself to a journal. A beautiful, I don't know, piece of, do I have something? A beautiful booklet that you can use for it. Maybe you have something in the closet, like beautiful with that. And then, yeah, we can just write down every day. A beautiful resource. First, you put the date, then how you're doing. Beautiful resource for yourself. Yeah. To start to have a connection with yourself in this regard. Very helpful. So, for issues to heal, I also was like, because it is about twin flame abundance today, I need to say something about money issues, because many times people are like, yeah, maybe it does feel good, to to get into a coaching relationship so that I can do these things in the right way and get guidance into in what blind spots to look. And I can just go to success and feel so much better. That's the first thing that will happen, and your twin flame just will come to you as well. But I have the inclination to be scared about money that I'm going to spend, and that can happen. That happens a lot. So you're not unique when you feel that way. But the truth is, when you look at the daily studenthood of my own past, of my own students, all of it is actually that people don't start to spend on their twin flame coaching, their spiritual development coaching with twin flames included in the right way, which is what you're here in the right address for. People don't start that when they finally have expendable money. Is that the right word? They have money left that they can play with after they have spent the first 99% of their money on, I don't know, 90% of their money on all kinds of things they deem essential. That's not how that works. You can wait a long time. Your life will be over before you have the feeling that, oh, now it's safe to have play money with a couple €100 per month for twin flame coaching. Well, maybe, decades have passed. Your life will be over before you're there. So happens a lot. So that kind of thinking, that kind of idea. So that's not how that works. Most everyone that I know, myself included, spend money from their budget that is really there. I need this budget. This is my needs that I need to spend on my first necessities in life kind of budget. And they budget it into that. It's actually the first thing that they're going to spend. They're spending on themselves, nevertheless, no matter what the circumstances are. They put it into their first necessities. And they always see that it will come back to them and that it will pay out, because at the end of the day, the truth of the matter is Source provides. That's how it works. That's how people do it. That's how I did it. Don't wait until you're dead. Count it into what you really need. First necessity. It will be okay because Source provides for you that it all will come out for you in the end. What you put in is what you get out. Your reality will shift. Your karma will change. Your union will grow. That gives you a new bloom. And everything grows there, including the answer to money, numbers, questions. Take it into your necessities and allow yourself to be fed by the one true first necessity of life itself, which is your connection with Divine Mother that takes care of everything. So that is for your money issues, for how to deal with coaching and the money that you spend on that. All right. We are going to go to the next chapter. And that is going to be group energy healing. Awesome. So today we are going to focus on another energy point of the 9-point energy system of Divine Mother. And it's going to be such a beautiful energy point. Oh, I realize now that I've been looking forward to today's episode the entire summer since the start of this series, yeah, of Twin Flame Abundance Live, because it is going to be the outcome of the strategic order of the 9 numbers. And the last position of this 9 number formula in another order than 1 to 9. The last position is this number, this energy point. And that is because it is about how you express, about how your face and your expression and your voice is projecting into the world, being here, shining, just sharing, extending, connecting, communicating. That's that energy point. And I am, as you know, creating new cards for the energy points. And this is the new visual for that energy point. And it is this circle in the triangle. That is very much in bloom. And we have a dragon and 2 dragonflies, which is for me personally also a twin flame sign. Very floral, very green. We have like a starry heaven as well, and it's number 6. And what we're going to do today as the meditation is going to be a little different as well. Yeah, I was like, oh no, maybe I should show it a little more. Anyway, it is meant to also bring to you a healing power while you look at the image. That's why. So, you know, that's what's going on here. It's meant to evoke inside of you a healing answer from within when your eyes fall onto it. Yeah, I feel it. Anyway, so I hope that works for you too. We're going to do it a little bit different than we did earlier because it is about the outcome. It is about the sharing. It is about being together in the communication that is the divine communication, the union communication. And we have done a lot of these energy healings for the group energy healings with the eyes closed and in a meditational setting. Remember? But now I actually want to propose that we keep our eyes open. And it will actually be a matter of I will have an open eye meditation where I'm just looking and you are looking and we meet our eyes and we are just being, we're just communicating with our eyes. We're just communicating and being by this presentation space through your eyes. And that is what we're going to do in a couple minutes, and just feel how that feels for you. So yeah, sit down a little bit more with intention. Yeah. Feel your breath a little bit more. And we're just going to sit and feel your feet on the ground, feel your ankles, feel your knees, feel your upper legs, feel your hip bones sitting, feel your lower belly, feel your lower back, feel your spine stretch up, feel your intestines, feel your chest, feel your heart and your heart space, feel your neck, feel your shoulders, feel your upper arms, feel your elbows, feel your lower arms. Feel your hands, feel your fingers, the tips of your fingers too. Feel your jaw and your ears. Feel your skull in its totality. Feel your nose and your eyes and your mouth and your ears. Feel your throat and your tongue and your hair. Feel the top of your head. You're completely here. Just take a deeper breath. Just become aware of that one breath. Ah, yeah, you're just breathing and alive, and you're just here, and you're just sitting here, and you become aware that there's this whole situation of communication here with a screen where the top of your body is visible from the top of your head, and is in front of the video, and your face is on front of the video, and your shoulders are in front of your video, and your chest is in front of the video. And that's like the place where your communication resides. And just don't change anything, but just feel that you have a forehead, that you have eyes, that your eyes have eyelids. Just feel that you have a nose, and that you have cheeks. Feel that your lips are here. Maybe they're tense or they're relaxed. And feel that your ears are here. Yeah, you hear me talk. And that's part of what we do here. And yeah, your neck is here, and your shoulders and your chest, and are they relaxed or are they tense or something in between? And just become aware of it. And the whole energy space between you and the video and your device. What about that? How is the energy between you and the device? What is going on here? And in that space between, and just become aware as a meditational gesture that you give yourself. Just, yeah, a deeper breath, and take in what that is, that you're sitting here and this is the space in front of you. And how does that feel? Is it open? Is it closed? Is it warm? Is it cold? Yeah, is it spiky or soft? What is it? And just come into the reality of that. Yeah. This is your communication. This is your connection. This is yeah, your divine identity, and how it's standing with that. How we can see it, or how you're hiding it. And you don't need to change it, but the acceptance of what is gives space. And in that space, maybe something will transform. Maybe you will come more forward with who you truly are in what shines through here. Yeah. And then to take a deeper breath, or become aware of that breath that is going on now. And just become aware of that you're seeing through your eyes. And to just become aware of the seeing itself. What are you seeing? What are you doing? What are your eyes doing? Are your eyes tense, or are they relaxed? Are they staring, or are they alive, or are they cold or warm, or are they tired? Are your eyes tired of focusing and refocusing and being sent here and there and all day long? Yeah, just accept that then now, and become aware of that. How tired your eyes are. Yeah, who knows? We often have really tired eyes. Did you know that? To just accept that and take that in, and then become aware that there may be also a deeper ground that wants to come forward through your eyes. And then watch with that for a moment. So, how does that feel? Does that feel open or closed, confronting or relaxing? Does it feel like meeting your deeper self and feeling warm in your heart because of it? What does it feel like to you? Yeah, it's like a little bit of a staring in each other's eyes, isn't it? Yeah. And if there's something that wants to be transmitted to you through the eyes, then maybe let it happen. Love, nourishment, nurturing, acceptance, compassion, forgiveness, oneness, refreshment, relaxation, wind through the trees, breath on ocean water, waving grass, the hopping of birds on the sand, rays of the sun, colors of the rainbow, starlight at night, secret wisdom revealed to you. Speaking of the heart, from heart to heart, Divine Mother holding your hands, Divine Mother caressing your forehead, Divine Mother whispering sweet words in your ear that you need to hear. Divine Mother telling you to not be afraid. Divine Mother loving you as her child. Divine Mother embracing you with her arms. Divine Mother protecting you with her life. Divine Mother supporting you in everything you do. Divine Mother inspiring you to do her mission. Divine Mother giving you her gift. Divine Mother giving you energy. Divine Mother giving you food and drink. Divine Mother giving you love. the heart of Divine Mother meeting your heart. The heart of Divine Mother embracing your heart. The heart of Divine Mother purifying your heart. The heart of Divine Mother being the safe space in which your heart can open. You inside Divine Mother's heart. Your heart inside Divine Mother's heart. Your heart opening inside Divine Mother's heart. Your heart pouring out everything inside Divine Mother's heart. Pouring out your cries, your desperation, your pain, your love, your longing, your desire, your wanting, your willing. Pour out everything. And Divine Mother embraces you with her heart, embraces everything that you poured out. Divine Mother fills you up with her compassionate love that nourishes you. So take a deeper breath and accept it in, the nourishment for your heart. And another breath to take it in. It's a nourishment for your heart. And you are allowed to accept it. You are deserving to accept it. You are able to accept it without guilt and shame. It's just for you. It's just for you. It's just everything you need, and just take it in. That's what she wants for you. Take another deep breath to feel that. And just be together in her heart for a moment. Yeah. And Divine Mother loves you so much, more than you can ever know. She just wants you to come home to your union, where she can feed you with everything that you need on all levels of human existence. She knows your heart. She knows what you need. And you will receive it when you open your heart to her. Yeah. To just be together for a moment. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that incredibly loving? Isn't that opening? Isn't that soul nourishing? Thank you, Divine Mother, for everything that you give. And we ask for the giving of her and the receiving of you, in your heart, to continue on automatic when we close this little meditation with open eyes off. And we thank ourselves for this moment with Divine Mother. Thank you, Divine Mother. For being with me, in this moment. Thank you. And I accept that it will continue. I will continue to be fed through you, Divine Mother. Even though for now I'm closing off this open eye meditation of the sixth energy field of communication with you. And after it had been the meditation on communication with you, I can automatically take this to communication with other people, the world, myself. Because you, Divine Mother, are my first communication. Thank you for being together. Yeah, thank you for doing that meditation together with me. That was very beautiful. I hoped it cleansed and nourished your communication, your outlook on life, your presentation, even. And yeah, you feel nourished. That is totally what it's meant to be. And let me know with a comment below how that was. And if you want to be in our conversation, and be interactive, but you don't know what to write, give me a heart with a beautiful color that you like, or the word heart in the comments below, so that I know that you reached this point in the video and are together with me here. So give me a heart of your color. Beautiful. And yeah, we've come at the end of today's Twin Flame Abundance Live. I just want to again invite you to go to the giveaway, the 2 steps. There are 2 links. You can find it in the description box below and in the pinned comment and in the chat. And these 2 steps are crucial to learn a little bit more about, so that you can work with your feelings which is actually completely intertwined with your energy, to do the twin flame inner work in the right kind of way. Yeah. And don't forget to listen to the podcast and subscribe to the podcast platform that you want to listen to. Don't forget to ask your strategy session if you want to meet me one-on-one and want to know what 3 oracle cards Divine Mother has for you for your journey the coming time. Yeah, I think these were the most important things. In repeat. All right. We've come to the end of our exchange today. Thank you for being with me. I love it. Love to you. Yeah. Hope to see you real soon. Again, love from Petra.